All right, guys, we have some really big news for you today.
So unfortunately, the time has come for us to sell our van, the Blue Ghost.
I know what you're thinking. You guys are absolutely nuts. You guys spent 11 and a half months painstakingly building out this van. As much as we love this van, and we truly do, it's time for a change.
So she is an absolutely amazing van. She was built for 2 people and a cat to live in full time, and we have been so happy traveling the US in her, and honestly, we're very sad to let her go.
So your next question might be, why exactly are we selling the van that we love?
We built this van during the pandemic. It was basically because we had no other way to travel otherwise, so we built it so we could get back out and see more of the United States. But now the time has come for us to get back to international travel, but we don't want it to just be sitting here for months or a year while we're traveling. So we feel it's just better to sell it at this point.
So we will be addressing our plans in a future video. However, without further ado, let's take a look at this van.
So the Blue Ghost is a 2019 Mercedes Sprinter 4x4 170 extended. So the overall length of the van is about 24 feet, and then we have an extra foot with the Alvan tire carrier and ladder that we put on the back for an overall length of about 25 feet. So we're not going to list out all of the factory specifications here in the video, but if you check the description below, we will have links to the ads where the van is for sale, and we'll be sure to have everything listed out that came with this van factory so that you'll know exactly what you're getting. But I did want to mention a few things that do come with the van. It does have the MBUX system with a 7-inch screen, and it has a backup camera, which is very helpful.
So we did a few upgrades with the suspension. We have a Van Compass 4.3 with Falcon shocks that's completely adjustable. We upgraded the wheels with black Rhino and also put on 33-inch Nitto Ridge Grapplers. These tires do really good on-road and off-road as well. Also with the suspension, we upgraded the leaf springs to the Sumo leaf springs. We also added, for convenience, I-board side steps on the passenger side, as well as the driver's side.
We also installed 3 C.R. Lawrence windows in the van. The first one is on the driver's side in the front. This is a dual T-vent window, so they're actually awning type windows where you can kind of put it out. What we like about the awning style window is that you can actually have these open when it's raining versus the slides where water can easily come in, so we really like these. And then we also put 2 bunk style awning windows in the back on both sides of the bed, which are also great, and we love that it gives us a lot of airflow back in the bed area when we have our Max Air fan on.
The Blue Ghost comes with a factory towing package. It can tow up to 5,000 pounds, includes a power port, the tow hitch, and a step. We also installed a 30 amp shore power hookup.
So on top of the van, we installed a Max Air fan. It is the deluxe fan with the remote control. We also installed 3 NEWPOWA solar panels with a custom rack. Each of the panels is 175 watts for a total of 525 watts of solar power. We also installed the Nomadic Cooling 2000 12 volt air conditioner, and we have a Webasto that also will come with the van.
That about does it for the exterior of the van, so let's head inside and check it out. So starting with the front of the van, we have 2 swivel seats. When they turn around, they give you a huge amount of space in the van. Of course, storage is always a major concern in the van, so we installed a Vancillary shelf, which we framed in, so you have a big storage compartment over the driver and passenger area. Also included, we're throwing in the straw foot window covers that are custom made for this van, and they're also magnetic and really easy to install. Also up front, we have one of 2 smoke detector / carbon monoxide detectors. We also installed a curtain rod with a couple of curtains up front. It really helps on really hot and really cold days. Between the window covers and the curtains, it creates a nice temperature controlled buffer.
When building this van, we knew we were going to be in it full time, so we wanted it to be a very livable space. So in addition to the swivel seats, we also wanted to build a couch area. That way we could easily and comfortably seat 4 adults in here. We have this huge couch that seats 2 people. There are 3 storage areas underneath the couch, including a electronics compartment that has a 120 volt outlet and a USB outlet where you can charge all of your electronics and kind of keep them safely stored while going down the road. There are 2 huge overhead cabinets here for storing. We use it for kitchen or food storage. This is the inside of that T-vent window, which gives us some great views. We put in a Lagoon tabletop, and we also have a Max Air fan up here in the front.
Now on to one of the more unique features of our van. This is our wet bath. The shower pan measures 32 by 24. It has a Nautilus self-cleaning door. We used FRP to waterproof the interior, and we also have a Nature's Head composting toilet. We designed this shower to be a recirculating shower. So basically, it has an 8-gallon tank reservoir that goes through a 5-stage filtration, which includes a 40-micron spin-down filter, a 20, 10, and 5 Big Blue filter, as well as a UV filter to kill bacteria and viruses. Now, important note about this shower. Number 1, we don't use soap in this shower. We use it just to rinse off. Number 2, the system does require some maintenance. We're going to include some links below on what you have to do to maintain this shower. Number 3, if you don't feel like messing with any of that, this shower is easily converted into a regular shower, which if you buy this van, we are more than willing to help you convert it if that's what you choose.
So now on to the kitchen. One, we like to cook, so we wanted to have a really nice kitchen, and so it's actually pretty large for the van. But before we get into that, I wanted to mention this map that we put on the inside of the sliding door. We didn't want to put another window over here, but we wanted to have something kind of decorative and cool. So we put this map where we can kind of show where we've been to countries and the states in the US. It comes with all these cool little pins that you put in when you visit place, which we'll give to you as well. We think it's a really, really beautiful feature for our kitchen. So another really cool feature of our van that you do not see in many vans is our Webasto diesel cooktop. We went with this because we really wanted to be able to conserve energy and not use induction or something that pulls a lot of energy. While this thing is firing up, it pulls about 8 amps of energy, but once it's heated, it pulls significantly less, so it's much more efficient for cooking for us. It basically just sips a little bit of diesel and a little bit of electricity, and it cooks great. The downside to this is it does take a little longer to heat up than like an induction and a little longer to cool down, but overall it's been working fantastic for us in the van. So we also wanted to make sure that we had plenty of storage in the kitchen, so we actually put in these 2 very large and deep drawers. So we're able to organize it using little bins and containers and organize everything, and it's actually been really great. So you can see it's really deep, we can fit lots of stuff in here. And then we even keep some pots and pans and some other cooking things like boils and stuff like that here in the bottom. Up next here on the bottom we have our refrigerator. This is a Isotherm Freeline 115. It's a pretty large refrigerator. We wanted to have as much storage space as we could. Again, we like to cook and we wanted to be able to have lots of fresh vegetables and meats and stuff. The other great thing about it is it's really energy efficient. It only pulls 1 to 2 amps when it's actively cooling, and then when it's maintaining temperature, significantly less than that. We barely notice this running on our batteries at all. We actually also have quite a bit of counter space in this van. We didn't want to do a big butcher block, so we actually found a piece of 3/4 inch walnut plywood that we veneered the edges of and then put 3 coats of polyurethane on top, and we think it's absolutely amazing. We also put a flip up end on the end so that you can actually have extra store or extra workspace if you need it, but we are very happy with the way that this turned out. We also put in a 15 by 15 Ravati sink, the nice fixtures that can be kind of adjusted as you need. There's plenty of storage under the sink. We actually put a little door here in the top part where you'd have some storage for sponges and cleaning stuff. And then there's a huge area under the sink as well where we keep our trash can, cleaning supplies, and there's also on the back wall there's a water drop water filter that's for the cold water line. And then here on the end there are 3 more compartments. The top one is actually our electrical panel. It's where we have the monitor for our battery. We have our tank level monitor for our fresh water tank, and then some on and off switches for the Webasto, the UV water filter, our kitchen pump, our shower pump, etc. under here. In the middle compartment, there's just more storage area. And then the very bottom compartment is where we have our caloric heater. So that's part of our hydronic system, which we'll tell you about here shortly. But our heat actually comes for the van, comes from there, and it's part of our hydronic system. This here big door goes into our garage area. We wanted to be able to access the garage from either end. So you can see here, we keep stuff that we frequently use inside the van and our dirty clothes hamper up here in the front, and then we have tons of storage in the back. So right here beside the shower we have a couple more cabinets. At the very top, we have a cabinet where we keep all of our toiletries. And then we actually wanted a little closet, so we put in a hanging closet here where we can hang a few items. We wanted to be able to have some nicer clothes with us that we could keep wrinkle-free, so we have those there. And then there's also a little fake wall or false wall here, the shower, with where we also put in access panels inside the closet so that you can get to any of the connection points of the shower. So this is the bedroom area, and we absolutely love it. It is extremely spacious. We have a short queen-size bed back here. It is plenty of room for the two of us, and it is actually very comfortable. The mattress is a memory foam mattress that is 8 inches. Again, very, very comfortable. You can see those windows that we showed you from the outside earlier, which give us a lot of airflow through here. And again, we put a lot of storage back in here. We have these cabinets. This is Jed's side over here, and then mine over here, which is pretty much where we keep all of our clothes outside of what we have in the closet. There are a couple other cool features back here in the bedroom as well. We don't have a TV. We just basically watch all of our TV on an iPad, so we put an iPad mount back here. The mount will stay with the build. The iPad is not included, but it's a great location to be able to lay in bed and watch some TV. When we built these cabinets, we also wanted to have a little shelf storage area, so we built a little shelf on the ends of them. And it's great to be able to stick a water bottle up there or put our phones up there. We have USB charging right next to the shelf. And then the other cool thing is the back wall here. We actually built in a padded headboard. So instead of putting windows back here or doing something else, we actually padded this back where we can actually sit back here against the back wall, comfortably watch TV, sit up and work on our computers or whatever. And then this is also where the air conditioner is located. So this is our Nomadic cooling air conditioner. The vents are right here, easily adjustable to front and back. It actually keeps this back area very, very cool and comfortable when we're using it. We also have tons of LED lighting in the van. All of the lights in the roof are puck lights, LED lighting. We also have some under cabinet lighting above the kitchen area. We also have an LED puck light in the bathroom. And then we also put in these cute little lamps back here over the bed where we don't have to actually use a switch, and we can use these in bed. They actually remove, but they turn on, so you can use them as a flashlight if you need it for outside, but otherwise you can turn it down or turn it up for less visible lighting. I'm actually really a huge fan of these.
We also installed an Espar D5E hydronic heating system that provides hot water to our shower, our sink, as well as heat for the van. The heater itself is actually installed underneath the van, with the heat exchangers and the plumbing all located in an easily accessible compartment in the garage. So speaking of garages, we designed this van to have a spacious garage since we do full time. It's also where you'll find our 30-gallon freshwater tank, as well as our electrical closet. Inside the closet, you'll find 4 100 amp hour lithium battle-borne batteries, a 2000 watt Victron inverter, as well as a Victron solar controller, and a Victron battery-to-battery charger. Another quick note about our electrical system, we used all marine grade wiring, and as we're not electrical engineers, we did have our electrical system reviewed by a third party before we installed it.
We're also including a few other extras with the sale of the van. We have a moonshade awning that has several different ways that you can attach it to the van to provide some extra shade. We're also including a set of go treads. These are for recovery if you get stuck in sand or dirt or something else. They're also great because they can be used as levelers for the van if you're on some unlevel surface. We are also including an ALP 1000 watt propane generator. We love this generator because it's great for an alternative source of power if you're somewhere where you can't get sun or can't use your 30 amp or you're not driving a lot. And then we're also including a big bin of spare parts that we had left over from the build, such as vents and screws and just other odds and ends that you may need in the future.
All right guys, that's covers just about everything with the van. We're really hoping this goes to someone who will enjoy it as much as we have.
Yeah, we absolutely love her, and like I said, we are so sad to see her go, but she's gonna find a great home, we know it. But otherwise, in the description below, we're going to leave lots of links for you. We're gonna leave links to the sites where we're trying to sell it so you can get all the details kind of written out. There are gonna be lots of pictures on there for you to take a look at as well. I'm also gonna put a couple links down there to some stuff about the recirculating shower so you can just get a kind of an idea. Like I said, or we said, it could be very easily converted to a conventional shower. So if it's just the recirculating shower is not your thing, don't worry about it. We can somehow make that happen, or at least guide you through the process if need be. So we'll leave as much information and details as we can down below. And if you have questions, please, we'll have our email down there. You can send us an email. We ask that you please serious offers or serious considerations only if you're really interested in this van for all the questions. We are happy to jump on a telephone call and go over any details with you that you'd like to go over.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.